If you can't for the life of you identify what animal you're looking at right now, don't worry, you're not alone. But that's not the only time someone has captured a mysterious giant creature on tape. In fact, let's take a look at 20 times that this has happened before. Giant creature walking on clouds. It was supposed to be a normal day, just a man filming the sky, probably admiring the clouds. But then, he saw something he couldn't explain. A shape, a figure. It wasn't drifting like the clouds. It was walking. At first, the man thought his eyes were playing tricks on him, but when he zoomed in, the truth hit him like a punch to the chest. This wasn't some strange cloud. This was something real. It had a tail, a solid body, and it moved like it knew exactly what it was doing. The video spread fast, and people online had their theories. Some said it looked like a xenomorph, the terrifying creature from sci-fi movies. Others pointed out ancient myths about skywalkers, creatures that only appear when something big is about to happen. But one thing was clear, this thing wasn't coming down. The eerie part? It didn't seem to care that it was being watched. It hovered high above, unmoving, like a predator waiting for the right moment. The man kept recording, half expecting it to vanish, but it remained there, silent, still, and undeniably real. No one around him seemed to notice, as if it only existed for those who dared to look up. Now, that wasn't the only sighting. In Soweto, South Africa, another giant figure was seen in the sky. Locals had been talking about strange clouds for days. Some thought it was just the weather, but others believed it was something else, something alive. A man on his way to work actually saw the creature walking on the cloud. Then, as suddenly as it appeared, it faded, dissolving into nothing. The man later described the moment as surreal, like a waking dream that slipped through his fingers before he could fully grasp it. Real or not, he knew what he saw, and he had the footage to prove it. Next, let's look at another strange discovery: giant sea monster. Imagine taking a walk on the beach, the waves rolling in peacefully, but then up ahead, something massive lies, tangled in the sand. It doesn't look like a whale. It's not a fish, and when you get closer, you realize it has fur. That's exactly what happened on the east coast of Indonesia when a mysterious sea creature washed ashore. It had a beak, a furry tail, and a size that left even scientists scratching their heads. Some experts believed it could be a rare species of dolphin, one that had never been seen before. But there was a problem. Dolphins don't have fur, and this thing didn't look like it belonged anywhere near these waters. Marine specialists examined the remains, but no one could confidently classify it. If it was a known species, it was unlike any they had encountered before. Theories swirled. Some said it might have been a deep-sea creature, dragged ashore by currents. Others speculated that it could be evidence of an ancient species thought to be extinct. Up next is another mysterious sighting: giant snake. Most people think snakes are scary enough, but imagine seeing one so big it could swallow a boat. That's exactly what happened in Borneo, Southeast Asia, when a massive snake was spotted slithering through a river. The footage sent shivers down people's spines. Some thought it had to be fake, a trick of the light, or maybe just an illusion. But the locals, they weren't so sure. According to reports, people in the area had seen something huge moving through the water before. Some even believed it could be a titanoboa, the largest snake to ever exist. The man who shared the footage claimed he had been flying over the river in a helicopter when he spotted the enormous creature below. He managed to capture a footage, but that only sparked more debate. Some speculated it could be a strange anomaly in the water, while others questioned whether the footage had been manipulated. A few even joked that it resembled the Loch Ness Monster. But one thing was certain: if this was real, it was terrifying. The Titanoboa lived over 60 million years ago, stretching up to 42 feet long and weighing more than a ton. It was thought to be extinct, but this sighting made people wonder, what if it never really disappeared? Some believe the video was edited, others say it could be an unidentified species. Either way, if a snake this big is still out there, it's best to stay far away from the water. Now here's another mysterious giant creature: giant spider. Most people are afraid of spiders, but imagine coming across one so big and scary. That's exactly what someone claimed to have found. According to the person who made the discovery, the giant spider was spotted twice in a forest in Congo. The first time it was seen, it looked like nothing more than a strange shadow. But when they zoomed in, the shape became clear: long legs, a round body, and a size that should be impossible. The Republic of Congo is home to some of the world's largest spiders, but nothing anywhere close to this. The country's dense jungles and remote landscapes are teeming with hidden wildlife. But could something this massive really go unnoticed? While scientists quickly dismissed the claim, saying no such creature had ever been documented, the footage sparked endless speculation. Some thought it was an elaborate hoax, while others believed it could be an undiscovered species, hiding in the depths of the wilderness, the deepest forests, the unreachable islands, places where humans rarely go. Who knows what's out there? Some say it was just a trick of light, others believe it was something real, something the world isn't ready to accept. Next up, we have another unbelievable encounter: giant alligator. Alligators are already big, fast, and dangerous, but what if they were even bigger? That's what one shocking footage seemed to suggest. The footage, captured from a helicopter hovering close to a water body, reveals a massive alligator lurking just beneath the surface. In a quick turn of events, the alligator attempts to attack the helicopter. People couldn't believe their eyes. Was this thing real, or was it just another internet hoax? Throughout history, alligators have been known to reach staggering sizes. Fossil records show that some prehistoric species, like Deinosuchus, grew up to 40 feet long, nearly the size of a bus, while modern alligators rarely exceed 15 feet. Stories of oversized beasts lurking in remote waters have persisted for years. Could this be evidence that a giant still roams the swamps? While some people dismissed the footage as AI, others weren't so sure. They pointed out that deep swamps and remote rivers still hide creatures we haven't discovered. And with alligators already being some of the most stealthy predators on Earth, who's to say a giant one isn't lurking out there, waiting? Here's another strange find that will make you think: Bigfoot. For decades, people have talked about Bigfoot, the massive, ape-like creature that supposedly roams the forests. Some say it's just a legend, others swear they've seen it with their own eyes. But the one thing no one has: definitive proof. Then, a strange discovery got people talking again. In a remote part of British Columbia, someone spotted a large, dark figure resembling a gorilla. But trust me, this was bigger than a gorilla. It didn't even move like one. Skeptics were quick to offer explanations. Some said it was just a huge gorilla moving like a Bigfoot. Others believed it could have been someone in a costume. But believers had their own argument: Gigantopithecus, a real species of enormous primates that once walked the earth. If they existed thousands of years ago, could a distant relative still be out there, hiding in the forests? Scientists argue that if a creature as large as Bigfoot existed, we would have found more concrete evidence by now: bones, hair samples, or clear footage. But at the same time, vast stretches of wilderness remain unexplored. British Columbia alone has dense forests that stretch for miles, places few humans ever set foot in. Could something be lurking in those untouched regions? Well, no one knows for sure. Let's move on to the next mystery: giant squid. Imagine driving along a quiet beach when you suddenly spot something unbelievable washed up on the shore. It's not a whale or a shark, it's a giant squid. This exact scene unfolded on a beach in South Africa. The squid was dead, but still, it sent waves of shock through the area. While sharks had been found on the beach before, this was the first time anyone had seen a creature like this wash up on their shores. A group of 3 people stumbled upon the massive squid while walking along the coastline. At first, they thought it was just another sea creature, but as they got closer, they were shocked. Video shows the giant lying dead on the rocks as a marine biologist lifts its stretchy skin and tentacles, revealing a sharp black beak. Giant squids are typically deep-sea dwellers. They live in waters that are so deep we can barely reach them, which is why it's such a mystery how one ended up on the beach. Some say it could have been a shift in the ocean currents. Others believe it was simply, it's time to come ashore. The ocean still holds secrets, and who knows what other creatures might one day emerge from its depths. Now, let's check out another odd phenomenon: giant crabs. Imagine strolling along the Kent coast in England, enjoying the sound of the waves, when suddenly, you spot a massive crab on the shore. Its claws reach far wider than anything you've ever seen. The footage quickly went viral, sparking a mix of shock and disbelief. Many locals couldn't believe their eyes. Was it edited or was it real? The size seemed impossible, and experts agreed. A scientist studying the footage claimed that crabs don't grow that big, yet the footage was too detailed, too real to be ignored. Debates erupted online. Some insisted it had to be an elaborate hoax, while others wondered if it could be a species scientists had never encountered before. After all, the ocean is full of surprises, and new marine creatures are discovered all the time. But was this truly a giant crab, or just another illusion that fooled the internet? Up next is a sighting that will leave you wondering: giant sperm whales. Sperm whales are already incredible creatures, growing up to 60 feet long and weighing as much as a full-grown bus. But imagine walking along the shore and spotting not just one, but 3 of these giants washed up on a beach. That's exactly what happened in Skegness, England, a sight that left locals stunned and confused. These whales, typically found deep in the ocean, have been known to wash ashore from time to time, but seeing multiple ones on a beach is rare. The sheer scale of the animals left onlookers in awe, their massive forms sprawled across the sand like something out of a documentary. Some speculated it was due to changes in ocean currents, others wondered wondered if it was connected to human activity, disturbing their natural habitat. Whatever the cause, it was a haunting and unforgettable sight. Let's take a look at another bizarre creature, the monster of Folly Beach. At first, it looked like something straight out of a horror movie, but what was found on a beach in Australia was all too real. A man out for a walk one day stumbled upon something strange washed up on the shore. The creature's head was barely sticking out of the sand, but what could be seen was enough to shock anyone. It had bulging, glowing blue eyes and sharp, jagged teeth that seemed to gnaw at the air. It looked like something out of another world, alien almost, and the way it starred, it was clear that it wasn't dead. It was alive, watching, waiting. Some thought it might be an undiscovered sea monster, something from the depths of the ocean that had stayed hidden for centuries. Others wondered if it was some kind of mutated beast, maybe even an alien. The idea of it being a sea creature from deep waters seemed most likely, but still, the mystery remained. Experts started to consider possibilities. Some thought it could be a species of deep-sea fish, like a sturgeon, which can grow massive and have an armored appearance, but nothing seemed to fit perfectly. The creature's look was so out of the ordinary, it was hard to believe anything from Earth could look so strange. Now this next creature spotted is crazy. Montauk Monster. In July 2008, a strange creature washed up on the beach near Ditch Plains, New York. Its appearance was so bizarre that it didn't look like anything from our world. People couldn't stop talking about it. Was it some kind of mutated creature? Or maybe even a genetic experiment gone wrong? The creature quickly became known as the Montauk Monster, named after the nearby Montauk Point. The footage of the creature was shocking. It had a deformed body, a hairless face, and limbs that didn't match anything known to science. The eerie footage raised questions about how much we still don't know about the mysteries of the ocean. Speculation ran wild. Some believed it was a new species, something dragged up from the deep sea and deformed by unknown environmental factors. Others had a more chilling theory. Just across the beach was a research facility rumored to have conducted strange experiments. Could the Montauk Monster have been something that escaped, or was it an experiment that went wrong and ended up washing ashore? Despite the hype, the Montauk Monster vanished from the news almost as quickly as it appeared. Some say the body mysteriously disappeared before a proper investigation could be conducted. No official explanation was ever given, fueling even more speculation. To this day, no one knows where it came from or where it went. The mystery remains unsolved, leaving us to wonder what strange creatures might be lurking just out of sight. Another incredible sighting is coming up: giant manta ray. The manta ray is a creature of the ocean, often mistaken for something straight out of a science fiction movie. These gentle giants are known for their huge wingspans, some reaching up to 30 feet, 9 meters. The largest one ever caught was back in 1920, and it was a true ocean monster, a sight that left onlookers stunned. But in 2018, an even bigger one was discovered. A group of people came across a massive manta ray struggling to free itself from a fishing net. The sheer size of the creature made the rescue a challenge. It was estimated to be between 16 to 23 feet, 5 to 7 meters long, so heavy that it looked like it could overturn the boat. Despite the risk, the rescuers worked together, carefully cutting away the net and guiding the manta ray back into the open water. It was a rare victory, but not all manta rays are so lucky. Many don't escape the nets, and some are even deliberately caught by fishermen. With increasing threats from human activity, the survival of these incredible creatures remains uncertain. Despite these efforts, the future of the manta ray is uncertain, and their struggle for survival continues in the depths of our oceans. Here's another mystery that's hard to explain: giant lightning creature. Imagine being caught in the middle of a thunderstorm, the sky cracking open with flashes of lightning. As the storm rages, you notice something strange in the clouds. At first, it's hard to make sense of it, but as the lightning flickers, a giant figure begins to take shape. A two-headed, snake-like creature staring down from above, sending chills down your spine. Now, picture waking up in the middle of the night. The thunder is booming, the rain pouring, and then you see it. This huge creature slowly materialized in the sky, its form cloaked in the storm's fury. Would you be able to look away? Would you even dare to try? Some believe this creature was just another AI footage designed to play on our fears, but others aren't so sure. The shape in the clouds seemed too defined, too deliberate, almost as if it had been watching long before anyone noticed. Could this be something from the world of mythology, a storm god or thunder beast that has come to life? For centuries, cultures around the world have told stories of skyborne beings, deities of thunder, spirits of the storm, or even ancient creatures that appear when great changes are coming. Some legends speak of beings so powerful that they only reveal themselves in the most violent tempests, hidden behind lightning and mist. Whatever it is, it's hard to ignore the feeling that something ancient and powerful just made its presence known. Next, let's dive into another unexplained encounter: giant lobster. Lobsters are already impressive creatures, but imagine finding one so big it could break records. The giant Caribbean lobster, known for its massive claws, can grow quite large, but what some people found off the coast of Moanobo, Puerto Rico, was unlike anything anyone had ever seen. A group of fishermen, searching for fresh seafood, stumbled upon what seemed like a monster of a lobster buried in the shallows. It was so massive that it reportedly took several men to drag it out of the water. This wasn't just any lobster. Some even suggested it could be the largest lobster ever found. The discovery spread quickly, leaving many questioning just how big lobsters could truly grow. While some species, like the Japanese spider crab, are known for their enormous size, this lobster seemed to defy expectations. The fishermen who found it described it as heavier than anything they had ever encountered. Its thick, armored shell and powerful claws, a reminder of the deep-sea creatures that remain hidden from view. Some skeptics argued that the size might have been exaggerated, but those who saw it firsthand insisted otherwise. Could there be more giants lurking beneath the ocean's surface, waiting to be discovered? With creatures like this hiding beneath the waves, it makes you wonder what other giants could be out there, just beyond our reach. Up next, we have another wild discovery: Trunco globster. In 2024, a strange creature washed up on a beach in Malaysia. Its body was like nothing anyone had ever seen before, an unidentified organic mass that seemed to defy explanation. The creature was quickly nicknamed Trunco, after the 1-meter-long trunk that gave it its bizarre, elephant-like appearance. The story surrounding Trunco is as wild as the creature itself. According to reports, Trunco was seen battling 2 orcas in the water. A man who witnessed the scene at first mistook it for a polar bear, but as he watched, he realized it was something much stranger. The creature used its tail to lash out at the orcas, engaging in an intense fight that lasted for 3 hours. In the end, the orcas retreated, leaving Trunco to drift lifelessly toward the shore. Eyewitnesses described the creature as a staggering 46 feet, 14 meters, long, with thick, white fur covering its body and an unusual trunk-like feature. Some claimed it looked like a cross between a whale and a land animal, something that didn't belong in either world. To this day, Trunco's origins remain a mystery. Let's move on to another creature that's too strange to ignore: hellfish. The hellfish got its name for a reason. With ferocious fangs, dinosaur-like jaws, and glowing, hellish eyes. It's a creature straight out of a nightmare. When one was discovered, people couldn't believe what they were seeing. The footage was captured by a deep-sea diver who narrowly escaped the attack of the mysterious fish. The hellfish looked like something that belonged to an ancient, ferocious past, a predator from the depths of the ocean. But this wasn't the first time such a creature had been found. Similar reactions have followed the discovery of monkfish, another deep-sea predator with a nightmarish appearance. These creatures lurk in the pitch-black, high-pressure depths of the ocean, places where few humans have ever ventured. Their bizarre, almost alien-like features make them seem like something from another world, and when they wash ashore, they leave people stunned, questioning what other monsters might be hiding in the deep. The monkfish, like the hellfish, is a master of the abyss, designed for a life of ambush hunting in the darkest parts of the sea. Its grotesque form is perfectly suited for survival in an environment where light never reaches. But what makes these creatures even more unsettling is the thought that they're just the ones we've seen. The ocean is vast, unexplored, and full of secrets. Every time a deep-sea creature like this appears, it reminds us just how little we truly know about the mysterious world beneath the surface. Here's another encounter that'll leave you stunned: Mothman. The Mothman is a legend that first emerged in Point Pleasant, West Virginia during the late 1960s. One evening, residents were struck with terror when they saw a dark, giant figure hovering above them. With wings that stretched wide and a presence that felt like a warning, the Mothman wasn't just an eerie sight, it seemed like a bad omen. Just days after its appearance, a bridge in the town collapsed, killing 46 people. Since then, the creature has become a symbol of fear and mystery. Many people still claim to have seen the Mothman over the years. Eyewitnesses describe it as having a wingspan of more than 10 feet, 3 meters, and strange, glowing red eyes that pierce through the darkness. What's even more unsettling, some say it can fly at lightning speed, reaching up to 100 miles per hour. Those who have encountered it often report an overwhelming sense of dread, as if they were being watched by something not of this world. But the legend didn't stop in Point Pleasant. Recently, reports surfaced of a Mothman sighting in Beijing, China. A group of tourists claimed to have seen a giant winged figure soaring through the sky, managing to capture it on camera. The footage, though blurry, reignited the debate. Was this simply a large bird, a trick of the light, or something far more mysterious? The Mothman has long been associated with disasters, leading some to fear that its presence signals an impending tragedy. Could it be more than just a story passed down through generations? Perhaps the answer lies in the skies. Next, we've got a discovery that will leave you speechless: alien sea monster. A creepy video surfaced online showing what looked like an alien sea monster washed up on the beach. The creature's appearance was bizarre: a claw-like head, a body with 5 eerie legs on each side, and a form unlike anything we had ever seen before. It seemed to have no flesh. Its strange shape made it even more unsettling, as if it belonged to a world completely different from ours. The creature was discovered on the beach of Julianadorp, a quiet town in the Netherlands. While it looked like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, the location made it all the more mysterious. How could something so alien-looking wash up on a beach? Could it have drifted in from the deepest parts of the ocean, or was it something that had never been seen before? Speculation spread quickly. Some believed it could be an undiscovered deep-sea species, one that rarely, if ever, surfaces. Others wondered if it was simply a decomposed sea creature, distorted by time and water. But without proper examination, the mystery remains just that, a mystery. Another strange sighting is just ahead: flying horse. On a stormy night in 2014, a family in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, had an experience that would haunt them for a lifetime. As they were caught in the fierce wind and rain, they noticed something impossible: a flying horse soaring through the dark sky above them. Shocked and terrified, they grabbed their cell phones to capture what no one would ever believe. The horse, with wings spread wide, was unlike anything they had ever seen. Panic set in, with some family members screaming in disbelief. Was it some kind of mystical creature, or had they just witnessed a strange, unexplained phenomenon? Even with the footage, many struggled to accept what they were seeing. Could this be a flying horse of mythological proportions? There are countless legends that speak of such creatures. The most famous is Pegasus, the winged stallion from Greek mythology, said to be the offspring of the god Poseidon and the Gorgon Medusa. Pegasus was believed to be a divine messenger, a creature of both power and mystery. But the legend doesn't stop there. Turkish mythology speaks of tulbars, flying horses that are often black or white, thought to be messengers between worlds. In Scottish folklore, the Kelpies, mystical water horses, were said to possess supernatural abilities, sometimes appearing with wings. Across cultures, the idea of a winged horse has persisted, leading many to wonder if these creatures were more than just myths. Angel captured on camera. Angels have long been seen as supernatural beings in many cultures and religions. They're not something most of us expect to encounter, but in a small village in China, a group of tourists had an experience that left them stunned. On a seemingly ordinary overcast day, these tourists looked up at the sky, and what they saw would change their lives forever. In the distance, floating high above, they spotted what appeared to be an angel, its shape and wings visible through the clouds. The figure seemed to shift as the clouds moved, as if revealing more hidden forms beyond what was first visible. It was an eerie, breathtaking sight, one that left the witnesses shaken. The original video caption suggested that this strange cloud formation offered a glimpse into what a heavenly kingdom might look like. Many viewers were convinced that they saw a real angel, a being from another realm revealing itself to the world. Others, however, believed there was a scientific explanation, pointing to atmospheric phenomena like the Fata Morgana mirage, where light bends and creates illusions that appear surreal and supernatural. Whether a divine vision or an extraordinary trick of nature, the sight was unforgettable. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, click on one of the boxes playing on your screen to watch more similar content.